This is your boy JoJo Crimson here, and this is I don't know how many people do this kind of streams like these, but I'm just doing a little small stream for a number of reasons. I made well, let me put everyone up to date on what I'm actually doing. I'm actually making my own car wrestling federation. Um, I know it's something a lot of people didn't expect to see on this, you know, on this page or channel. Sorry, but I've been quite fascinated with this for quite some time. We've been doing this since 2K14, and here we are 3 years later, still doing the same thing. And long story short, I just wanted to stream because I noticed that when I uploaded some videos of some of my wrestler entrances, they didn't have the music. Now here the issue is, unfortunately, with the PS4, we can't put our own music in the game, which sucks tremendously. But I mean, I've been able to work around it and stuff like that. As you see, some of my wrestlers here, I'm not even halfway close to finish, and yeah, I'm basically what this stream is going to be about. Basically, it's just going to do character entrances, and I'm just going to do an explanation on as many as I can before I actually go to work. I'm just going to go from top to bottom. But like, as I go along with this, like basically, we can't add our own music, which that hurts tremendously. So you'll notice a couple of wrestlers that I have on here that you might hear some things that you might know if you're a wrestling fan. You keep up to date. So I mean, honestly, once you get past that, this is a really fun game, and I'm really hyped to get into the car wrestling. I almost said cosplay, the car wrestling scene for this game. With all the modes that you can do and so much you can do now. They even brought back you can customize your own Titantron for your created wrestlers. So basically, I don't got too much time to work with, but basically, I have it set so where I already have up to 30 something wrestlers so far. I want to hit 50 before I actually start doing universe mode. And what I plan on doing is when I get a certain amount of wrestlers, I'm going to actually start doing the universe mode, which is, I'm going to officially launch my creator wrestling mode. And the name of the federation or wrestling league that I called it was originally, I don't know, I had upload a video of Prime Time versus Alice on 2K. This is when I had 2K16 though. It's funny enough. And if you notice how I had everything like the arena set up, the original name was going to be DWF. Now I came across some other car wrestling league videos and saw that someone else had DWF, and I'm like, well, damn, I could come up with something else. So I changed it from Dungeon Wrestling Federation. I don't know who the other person that had DWF had it stand for, but I switched it from Dungeon Wrestling Federation to Elite Dungeon Wrestling. So I mean, I'm like, I more than likely won't come across something like that. So I mean, it may sound corny for now, but it might catch on in the future. So basically well, I'm pretty sure it was more I had to say. Yeah, so I mean, outside of that, the creator wrestler mode for 2K16. This is so far I honestly have not played any mode in this game outside of test matches for my creator wrestlers. And I think the only other person that's like 100% done is Jade herself. Like entrance, moves, costume, everything for her is done. Literally, all I have to do is make her a Titantron, basically. And her tag team partners down here, Cameron, which is also a really good female wrestlers. And you see a lot of female wrestlers on mine because I show a lot of emphasis towards the female wrestlers. They're not just some eye candy. They're actually, they're actual athletes. So you'll see a lot of. I've posted a lot of images of Primetime and Alice so far, and you've seen a little bit of Michelle. You've seen no, not Jade. You've seen Alice if you've seen the video of the match that I did between these two. Oh, and my plan is when I do start, that's what it was. When I do start the actual, I'm gonna go with the option of streaming. I'm gonna do live streams when I actually start doing my shows for these wrestlers, because I feel one that'll make it, they'll bring the unexpected element to everything. You know, being the universe mode, you don't know what'll happen next, and I'm just gonna basically commentate on the fly. And you know, hopefully, if it catches on later on in the future, you know, and stuff like that, that would be dope if it does. But if it catches on later in the future, I'll have whoever interested in doing this with me and stuff. Because I had a buddy that, you know, I had a couple of buddies that were doing this with me now, but I decided I'm just gonna go solo. No offense, no hard feelings. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have room if they ever want to make, you know, some wrestlers on their own, and we'll just go from there. If they ever want to help me commentate and stuff like that, we can double mic it up. And you know, it just depends on how far I can go. Cause I'm gonna go a long way with this, solo or not, you know. But and my plan is I'm gonna do some live. I'm gonna basically live stream everything when it comes to all the shows, all the I'm just gonna get started so you can see some of these. I've been talking way too much, but I'm gonna do all the live stream and basically stuff like that. Pay-per-views and all. I'm gonna make my own pay-per-view names, my own shows. I'm gonna give the women their own show on top of being able to showcase themselves on the actual main roster. And well, I mean their own shows are actually like gonna be. There's a main roster kind of thing, but it's for the women, you know, specifically for women. And you'll see, it's not that you're gonna see nothing but women. You'll see some of the male wrestlers, but they're 100% not gonna wrestle on that show, basically. So you'll have the potency of seeing other wrestlers and stuff like that. So basically, like this is what I was saying. So like Primetime, who's one of the main headliners in the women's division, Primetime. I used to call her Zero in 2K14. But they didn't have. I used to go by the announcer's name. They didn't have Zero in there. So I decided like, you know, I don't see too many female Primetime, you know, female wrestlers that go by the name of Primetime. So I decided to make one of my own. And basically, like her right here, she's coming out to Emma's theme, which is one of my favorite WWE themes. I got a lot of themes that I like, but this is definitely one of them. So I gave it to Primetime. You know, Primetime basically. I think I like. I made her. Some wrestlers I got so far that they have alts or secondary costumes or wrestling gear attire, and I think I like the second one that I made for her. Like this one, there's nothing wrong with this one, but this is like the legit original one that you'll see. And if you check out the old videos that I had with her and with her versus Alice, and there's a championship version of her. Because basically with this character right here, she's pretty much heel, like majority of her career run. She's associated with the commissioner, who's I have a commissioner and I have an actual GM of the EWF. I have not created the GM of the EWF yet, nor have I came up with a name. But basically Chuck, it was originally Chuck Gordon, but I got crap for it by my buddies that I let check out some of the wrestlers that I made so far. Yeah, and this is the championship entrance. This is what I was talking about. So it's basically Paige with the title. So, you know. But I feel like this is fitting for her. But basically, she's affiliated with Chuck. Oh, God. What did I call him? It wasn't Gertz. Because I switched it from Gordon. Then I switched it to Gertz. And then I switched to Chuck. It's still Chuck G. Basically, I'm calling him Chuck G for now. I'll see his name when I look at the roster again. But I switched it from Gordon to Gertz. I mean to G. And then so yeah, that's that. She's affiliated with that. And basically, Chuck has his own stable full of bandits. And he has. And although they're not in his group specifically, he works with a majority of the heels. Yeah, Chuck Graham. That's what I call him. I'm like, geez, what did I call him? All right, so yeah, this is Chuck. This is who she would be affiliated with. It's his initial group, because he's basically like the main. If there had to be a main antagonist that's not a wrestler, it would be him. But his group of wrestlers consists of, well, here's one right next to him, Bryce, big homie Bryce, Primetime, Spencer. Yeah, Spencer, which is actually, I made him to be out his nephew. So yeah, Graham, this is his nephew, Spencer, who's like, he's basically, I have him as a sort of comedic, but he's like, he himself is supposed to be serious, but like, he's a more of a comical type character. So yeah, that's him. And yeah, he's a comical character, but he tries to be serious, but he's like so much of a jobber. Like later on he's gonna get like I got some big stuff planned for Spencer, believe it or not, by him being a jobber like type character. So basically it's those three right now that it's the so that works for Commissioner Graham. And I have a tag team that I haven't created yet, and they're called the Generation, basically. And one of them is gonna catch feelings for prime time, and then later on to be, basically get backstabbed. And this is how I introduced that she's actually working for Commissioner Graham. I don't want to give away too much, but I have some unique storylines already planned for some of these wrestlers. But and there's also one more, and also yeah, Raymond, who's also accompanied by her. These two go together, Raymond and Sonia. He's going to be working for Commissioner as well. They're kind of affiliated heavily. But there's also one more person that I haven't created yet. So that's going to come along the line. So the next wrestler I'm going to show in order is Aaron Cannon, who's going to be also one of the major guys in the lightweight division. I don't want to say cruiserweight. I'm not going to bite any style. So like I don't want to call them cruiserweights or I try to stray away from calling them lightweights. I'm going to see if I can come up with any other name. But for now, I'm going to call him the lightweight division. So, yeah, he's definitely one of the main guys. The main one, or the main two, are basically like Azrael. And you see, like, this is what I'm saying. This guy has Sami Zayn's theme. But, I mean, I made it work, So I actually like him. He's actually one of the new ones. He wasn't in 2K14 when me and my friends made him at the me and my friends were doing this at the time. But and a lot of people wondering why in the hell does he have he's wearing a football pads. The thing with this guy is he used to be football is obviously his favorite sport, and he used to be I had it where like Heisman Trophy winner. He was one of the Heisman Trophy winners before he actually found wrestling as his secondary career that he was going to take on. So in order to pay honors and homage to his original career, he always wears, or he comes out to with his football pad that he basically won with. So I know it's hella cheesy, but he is a face, and as one of the new guys, I felt I wanted to try out something different, basically. So that's him. He's pretty straightforward. Straightforward good guy. Nothing outside of that, nothing much to it. I initially, you might not see her in this particular stream right now, depending on how much time I have. But I initially had him affiliated with Matsuda, but I feel like I already have a lot going on with Matsuda, because I have a major storyline planned with her and her sister, which is right under her, Nicole Rodriguez, and who's the boyfriend. I haven't considered the legit real life boyfriend. They're not real characters, obviously, but I say real life boyfriend JoJo, which is not me. I'm gonna get into that later and probably in another stream. That's not me, ladies and gentlemen. I just named another wrestler JoJo. There's more than one JoJo in the universe. So, but and if it really was gonna be me, they have the name Crimson in the game. I could have called him JoJo Crimson, but I didn't. It's just JoJo, okay? But anyway, as I was saying, I have major storylines already planned, and I have major things planned with her. Both of these two are also mainstays in the women's division. Most of these wrestlers that I make, they all have some sort of, charisma to them. So they're not just jobbers, Like Michelle Xander, if I had to choose a jobber out of the women's division so far, it would be Michelle Xander, who's, yes, the brother, or the sister of Pierre, who is an actual top. He's not really a heel. He's a kind of, he does his own thing, and he has a stable of his own, and I'll get into him later. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So basically, yeah, he's pretty cheesy. Aaron Cannon's pretty cheesy, but he's definitely one of the top stars in the lightweight division, along with Azrael, who's right under him, who's the main heel, and SS, who I just finished a couple days ago. Those are if I had to choose the top three, it would be him. I also have another one, but I haven't created him yet. But let's go to the next one. And you've seen here, I just literally uploaded a video of this one right here. And Alice, she's definitely one of the top stars that I had in 2K14, along with Zero, Jade, and Matsuda, and Nicole. Those were mainly the top women in that division at the time. Cause at the time also I was sharing with my buddy. We would have our certain amount of characters, and I had my certain amount of characters, and basically I just took those from mine and just added in. And well, we have Alexa Bliss, and this is basically her thing. I put a video up with oh hi, someone actually tuned in. This is well, as I was saying, explaining this character. She has Alexa Bliss's thing. I just wish I could add my own music to the PlayStation 4, because it'd definitely show my wrestler's personalities, basically. Because, I mean, this is the closest I can get to how she is. Because she's actually, I want to say it's a stable, but being as, I have her built from France initially, but she's like, she's at first, I'm going to have her start off as a heel at first. She's a heelish character, but she's like really good in the ring, and she's like an overpowering type of wrestler. Like, if you can see when I actually start putting them in matches, she has moves that's like you would see like initial big men wrestlers use, like choke slam. Actually, like choke slam is one of her finisher moves, and it's like, wow, like she's actually a strong, like, it may not look like it, but she's really strong. So, and I have a way of showcasing that in a way. But yeah, that's her. She has some sort of affiliation with another character that I named Vincent, who's also from France. And I just haven't created him yet, and that's going to be a whole little thing going on. But I'm going to have it somewhere down the road where she's going to be mentoring Holly Jordan, who's going to be an up-and-coming women's wrestler. Who's going to I want big things planned for her. I want her to be a major player. And the reason is I want it to be like I want to have a good balance of male and female wrestlers, because I want to have a world heavyweight champion. I'm going to have different names for him, but for now I'm just going to call him world heavyweight champion. I want to have a tag team champion. I want to have a lightweight champion. And I want to have for the males, I want to have them to have an extra, maybe a hardcore title, or like something along the lines of like an intercontinental-ish kind of title. But I'm not going to call it an intercontinental title. But I'm going to have some in-between title, maybe a hardcore title, because I know a lot of people like hardcore wrestling, and I want to dabble in what you can do, like what's the extreme things you can do in this game, because I know it was kind of limited in like 14, because it was in the PG era, so you couldn't do as much. But I want to see, now that they're branching away from the PG era, what you can do now. But I'm going to have some sort of mid-hardcore title and another mid-card title. But then for the women's, I want to have two titles, basically. One for heavyweight. I don't know if I want to do a mid-card title for the women's, because I feel like that would be too much. But I definitely want to have a tag team division for the women's, and I'm going to do that instead. And Amir, it's funny with this guy. I made him in the second life. There's like two different time periods, because there was one where my buddy, before his PlayStation 3 died, we had Carl Lee going in there, and then we had to do it on another buddies that decided to join us with. So there was like two different eras, and he came in basically the second era. Amir Sanchez, he's definitely another main eventer, submission based. You see, he has the Samoa Joe theme, and basically he's very cold and calculated type of wrestler. Very submission based. He has a ton of submission holds. I haven't made his moves list yet, but he has a ton of submission moves, and he's basically somebody you don't want to run into or piss off, basically. You'll see a lot of hype build around him. He has a really dead set feud with Evan Storm, which you'll see probably in another stream. I don't have too much time left. But Evan Storm, yeah, is probably one of his biggest rivals, along with JoJo himself. JoJo Prime Time. He doesn't, he's kind of in it for himself, but he also, don't be surprised if you'll see him like collaborating with Commissioner Chuck G, because I don't know, man. He's just in it to win it. Basically, he only cares about himself and just gaining the title. So there's nothing more to it than that. And I actually had a reason why I brought up the old version, 2K14 League. With him, I had certain things for certain characters already in mind when I made these characters, and for him, I wanted not a lot of people might not know it, but Black Superman. That was his original thing, but seeing as we can't add our own music, that's I had to give him some more Joe's thing, which works out also. These two these two are gonna be something else. DJ Flash, DJ Rage, one of the main tag teams in the tag team division, along with, I'm not gonna call them the Generation. I'm gonna call them DW and Corey for now. But I haven't made them yet, but you'll see them further down the road. Jason, this is what I was talking about. Jason, he was in the initial original era between me and my buddy. 1 second. He was in and he went through so many evolutions. He's basically the flamboyant. I'm not gonna say homosexual because there's no need for all that. He's just definitely flamboyant. It started off as a flamboyant type character and a very erotic character at that. And then he went through a couple of changes. I had a character named Mikey who I'm gonna bring back. I'm not sure if I'm gonna affiliate him with Mikey anymore. I don't know. It just depends on when I make the character. But then I made another wrestler named Steven Mitchell, who was a big buff guy. And I had him affiliated with him, and he was a tag team wrestler. And the thing with Jason, he's basically he can be in a lightweight division, but he's also, I wouldn't say a main eventer, but a really popular mid-carder who has the potential of being a main eventer and a world heavyweight champion as well. This depends on what stories I can give him, where I can take him. And he also has a valet, which is right here, Violet. So, and the thing was, when he was teamed up, when I had him, it was first I had him teamed up with Steven Mitchell, then I broke them off. Then I made Mikey, and then I made Violet, and then I had Violet basically manage Mikey and Jason. And then I just broke off Mikey and Jason when I just had Jason take Violet with. And then ever since then, now it's just been Jason and Violet. So I don't know if I'll just reunite Mikey. It depends. I would bring back Mikey more than I would Steven Mitchell to team back up with Jason. Because I got big things planned with him. He's a really cool character, especially how I have him now. Because he's more goth rock starish type now than just being a flamboyant wrestler. And they both look like, if I had pictures, like, you would see the big changes in Jason and Violet right now. But you'll get to see their interests later. But up next I got Antonio Smith. This guy. Oh boy, this guy. He's basically your rich asshole. Rich asshole wrestler. Very cocky and arrogant. On the heelish side, he's a very accomplished wrestler though. Don't let it be fooled. He's not a comic relief character. He may come off as it sometimes, but he's a really accomplished character. It's just he's so arrogant and egotistical. It's just like funny, you know. It comes off as a joke, basically. But all in all, he's a cool character. He's not very submission heavy. I gave him the primetime players theme. I think I got some a few quirks to work on his entrance. Let me see. Yeah, it comes out. Yeah, you see, he comes out with a jacket. Just comes out smiling, just like a jackass, basically. Not to sound harsh. But yeah, that's this guy. He's a pretty cool character. Definitely one of the mainstays in the mid-card scene, though more memorable ones that I've made so far. It's a pretty funny character. Nothing much to him though, you know. He's just basically, he does a lot of underhanded things. It's pretty rich, and he'll be quick to let you know that he's got money. if you can't tell by the theme that I gave him. There's nothing much to him. You'll see, I got a lot of mid-carders. He's not in the faction either, so it's basically a lone wolf for now. You'll see as things play out, I might see some things along the way. You know, I got a lot of factions, lots of wrestlers, just a ways to go, and it's just gonna be quite something. It's gonna be something new. I never really tried this out, streaming or live streaming actual shows. I figured it's just gonna be pretty cool to do. Pretty neat. And that way also, I don't know if there's like some sort of copyright issue. Whoops. Go to Azrael over here. I don't know if there's some sort of copyright issues or anything like that, but I noticed if I just were to record these through the PlayStation and try to upload them, there would be no music. And that's why the last two videos that I uploaded on YouTube dealing with entrances, I'm gonna try to get in the tag team entrance before I end this stream. so you could see DJ Rage and DJ Flash. But I noticed that the music doesn't play, so I'm like, I don't know if it's because of like copyright issues or anything like that, or if that's just how it does when it records. I'm pretty sure it's more of copyright type things, unless it's streamed. I don't know. It's weird because I streamed not too long ago, but this is Azrael, by the way. One of the main light heavyweight wrestlers in the division, along with SS and Aaron Cannon, and a couple of others. Oh, and Jason as well. Yeah. Originally in the 2K14 era, the first version, he was a luchador. So basically, I had him in a mask. Then he turned heel. He was a good guy too. He was actually face. And he was a good guy for a long time. Then I had him teamed up, and SS was a good buddy of his. And oh, sorry about that. And then somewhere along the road, he turned heel, turned his back on his fans, turned his back on the SS. And you see, I put the little stylistics with his initials AZ for Azrael. I found that was pretty cool. He turned heel, turned his back on his fans, turned his back on the SS, which is short for Slate Styles, but they didn't have Slate Styles in the announcer's name. So I just named him SS, if anyone was ever wondering. And then he took his mask off, which I find, you know, in just luchador, Mexican wrestling culture, that's kind of disrespectful, taking your mask off, you know, showing your identity in a way. So he went from wearing a mask to just being maskless, and now basically throughout the era, I had him where he did put his mask back on as a heel, but just now essentially he's just full on no mask, you know, just being a heel Azrael luchador, still a luchador though, but without the mask. And that's basically the evolution of Azrael. Pretty good wrestler, super fast, really good. And another thing is, I'm gonna make some wrestlers from like different continents, basically different regions, like Japanese wrestlers, some stuff like that. Because I plan on having like tournaments and stuff like that. And here's Bryce Frisco, basically the muscle of Chuck's conglomerate. That's the name of the stable. And yeah, comes out in the motorcycle, big badass and all. Yeah, this guy is something else. It was funny because he came in the initial secondary run of 2K14 when me and my buddies were making this. Pretty crazy character. All business, no joke. I tended to give him a shirt that had some sayings on it, but it was like 100% badass. I didn't do it yet. I'll remake it and sometime further in the road when I touch up on some of the wrestlers. But it comes out to Baron Corbin's theme, which I find fitting. I'm like, hey, it's better than anything. But he too, I had like a theme planned out for him, but alas, we can't add our own music to the PS4, so he's stuck with Baron Corbin's theme for now. But I mean, it works out. I don't know if I want to like touch up on his actual wrestling attire, because he has a secondary attire for like, it's basically a business suit. But he might wrestle in that sometimes too, seeing as he works for Chuck. I might have him wrestle in that. He's more of he kind of his own man. He's pretty straightforward too. Most of these guys are straightforward. They're no joke. 100% all business in the ring. Now I have my commentator's voice when I do start the live stream on these wrestling shows. He's got a little package for that guy. But what was I saying? I was saying as Azrael, he was in the initial run. I think I got one more. I want to show off a female wrestler if I can. Who's next? Bryce Frisco. Oh, Evan Storm. Yeah, that's Evan Storm. Let's do Jade real quick. Let's do Jade and then Evan Storm, maybe if I got the time. And then like with Azrael, he's oh yeah, that's what it was with Azrael, because him being from New Mexico, not Mexico, but from New Mexico, I wanted to do like a tournament that was like that had some international flavor. Basically, I want wrestlers from Japan, New Mexico, you know, all over the globe, you know, and I plan on having a tournament, a light heavyweight tournament and stuff like that. And I already have some international wrestling or international superstars in the actual roster itself. So I mean, I feel like I just got a lot of ideas planned, and it's just they're just gonna culminate and manifest when I actually start the live stream. So here's Jade, and Jade is actually one of my favorite female wrestlers, and her original costume, which is this one right here, she's just not. She has actual wrestling attire. I have some screenshots I posted on Twitter. If you check out my Twitter page, she has actual wrestling attire, but this is her original #1 attire because, like, the way how she is, she's definitely hardcore female wrestler. Like, it takes a lot to put her down. Basically, she could take a lot of hits. She takes a lot of punishment, and she's a tough SOB basically. And so she really doesn't like wearing her wrestling attire. That's the running gag of it, because it's always been like that. Like, it started in the second era of 2K14 when I made her again. I just had her come out to basically, she looked just like this, hat and all. Had different hair color. She had a different hair color, I believe, at the time. But I left it like this because when I made her in 2K16, she was just going to go with her wrestling gear, which is the red, goldish kind of look. And you'll see in her secondary wrestling attire that her wrestling attire actually matches her hair. So it's just not out of touch like hair coloring, while she's wearing all green and her hair is like red and gold. But it actually matches with her actual wrestling attire. But she likes coming out with her actually street clothes, because her tag team partner, Cameron, who's more of the girly-ish type, Jade is really tomboyish in a way. And speaking of tag teams, and with this guy, Jason, his theme, I had this theme by Deadmau 5. It was called something. I forgot the name of the song. I have to look it up again. I had him come out to that theme, but we can't put our own music. So he's coming out to like Paige's theme, I believe. So let's show Evan Storms real quick if we got the time. Evan Storm, Evan Storm. This guy is definitely one of the main eventers in the heavyweight division. Don't know story wise. I do know what I want to do with him. But as far as actually what I'm going to start him off with, that's yet to be seen when I actually start my live streams. Definitely going to be all around character. His wrestling style is not that. He's pretty much well balanced. He's well balanced. Like, whereas Amir is like a really technically sound wrestler, but like submissions like for days, and I mean for days. And like his submission game is on point basically with Amir Sanchez. Whereas Evan Storm, he's basically he can be an explosive powerhouse at one moment, then a fundamentally sound wrestler in the next, technically sound next. He's just all around. And like, I think I went all out. I showed my buddy this entrance for Evan Storm, and I felt like I went all out. He's got the smoke, and he's just like, look, the pyro coming up. Like, I just went in for Evan Storm. Like, if that's not, to show you that I got him in the main event status, then I don't know what is. But I basically went all out. He's coming out to KO's thing. Basically, this guy, he doesn't take too keen to authority, He's also a lone wolf, does his own thing, whereas it's always nice in the wrestling business to have people watching your back. And I'm pretty sure I got some plans for Evan Storm. He doesn't mind working with other wrestlers. But in essence, he's just in it for himself, as every other wrestler. They want to become the next World Heavyweight Champion. And that's literally the mission statement for every wrestler. I don't care if you're a tag team wrestler, singles, competition. Everyone wants to be the World Wrestling, not the World, I almost said World Wrestling Federation Champion. Hold up now. The EDW Championship, the EDW Champion. There we go. So yeah, that's Evan Storm, ladies and gentlemen, and get used to seeing him because you'll see a lot of him. You'll see a lot of JoJo. You see a lot of Amir Sanchez, and you'll see. I want to do a special one because I actually like this character, and she's actually affiliated with both the DJs, and the name of the group is called 2DJ1MC. They're not a comic relief. They're just really cool and funny type of duo or a stable. Oh, I actually got to get ready to get out of here. But I'm trying to squeeze in a tag team intro. But this is definitely one of my favorites as well, along with Jade. And I just made her not too long ago. She was actually I found that Brie Bella's theme and Emma's entrance works out fine for her. And they're basically they come out with headphones. This group in general, like MC Rossi, DJ Rage, and DJ Flash, they all come out with headphones because they're like basically like DJs at a party. That's their gimmick in a way. So they're like basically like they're like club goers and whatnot, and they're like they all have their own taste in music. Like she's more of a DJ Flash is more dubstep. She's more like techno, disco, not disco. She's more techno, and DJ Rage is more like the trap or the trappish kind of music and stuff like that. And I found like this is like one of my favorite groups out of all the groups that I made, because I never really thought of something like that, or I never really see groups like that in general. So I find that pretty cool. So and I'm gonna try to I'm squeezing one more before I end the stream. So yeah, that's just do it. So that's MC Rossi, and here's the other two I'm gonna show you right now. And then I'll make another stream some other time. I'm probably gonna stream something else instead. I might stream some King of Fighters or whatever, like actual video game gameplays, because I haven't recorded or uploaded videos to my YouTube in a while, or streamed anything. I've been busy with a lot of things. Where are they? They should be here. Yeah, see, like you'll see some of my. I'm gonna get rid of basically all the actual real life wrestlers. Like you see, like these aren't like teams, but like Raymond with Sonya, New Haven, which is Violet and Jason. PIC was Partners in Crime, which is Jade and Cameron. Both really, that's a really good female team. Another good established female team. I'm not going to call them Vicious and Delicious, but their names are Hannah and Selena. Hannah's on the left, Selena's on the right. They're a cheerleading squad. They started off as faces, but I have them as heels, and they're affiliated with, they're actually with Chuck's Conglomerate, which is right here. As you can see, I already have the stable ready. They're going to be affiliated with Chuck's Conglomerate, like heavily. Same with Raymond and Sonya. Then you got, like I said, JoJo and Nikki. Those two. I think that's all I have for now. But oh yeah, and his name was Sung Tak. I have a whole backstory with this guy. But Satoru and Kaiva, both from Korea. And I wanted to show you guys this. 2DJ 1MC. And I want to show you one of the tag teams in the tag team division, alongside of the Generation. I'm going to change their name too, but DW and Corey Shaw, basically, which is Darren West. DW stands for Darren West, but I just call him DW for short. And then there's Corey Shaw, which is that's another explosive tag team. Those are really two of the popular tag teams so far that I have, and I have plenty more tag teams along the way with Vincent and the French Connection. Yeah, so there's that. And then there's Pierre and his group, which is basically, they're not the NWO. I don't want them to get confused with that. They're the Rough Riders, basically. They do their own thing when they want to. And they're varying in they're an opposing force, definitely. See, like these guys. When I saw the Blake and Murphy intro, I'm like, holy crap, this thing works out perfect for these guys. So you see what I was saying, like they come out with headphones. They're like club MCs, basically. Like I said, DJ Rage, which is the guy in the red. He's more of the trap step kind of guy, where DJ Flash is more of the dubstep guy. So you see how it all works out. And MC Rossi, basically, she's more of the techno-ish. She's the nicer one, lighthearted one, basically. And these guys are all hard hitting. So you see how I got these guys coming out. And they're not, like I said, they're not comical. But they're cool as hell. I feel like this is probably the coolest tag team I ever came up with. Up next to the Generation, basically. Or DW and Corey Shaw, sorry. So you'll see a lot of these guys, trust me. I'm not sure when I do get over 100 wrestlers in general. I'm going to do like an actual separate league. One going to be for Commissioner Graham or whatnot. But I have yet to see. But for now, I do want to hit 50 before I actually start live streaming, because I'm really anxious as hell to get everything started. So yeah, you see these guys. These guys are something else. And so basically, yeah, I'm going to end it right there. And I'll do another stream stream next time, showcasing more of the wrestlers and whatnot. So this has been another a quick rundown of the EDW. and what's to come when I actually start the live stream. So hopefully this will do a big. This will have some sort of catch on. Basically, people. I don't know. Like people actually sit and watch car wrestling, let alone watch wrestling themselves anymore. But this has always been something I wanted to do, and now with a platform like PS4 that we're able to do this, and I'm able to manifest this. I'm gonna go ahead and just go along with it, whether it catches on or not. Because this is always something that I wanted to do, and just do like create my own, just video game ish, or just own wrestling league, or just own video game. Because I'm gonna be a programmer. I'm gonna create my own video games anyway. Own fighting games or whatnot, adventure games, just in general. And this is definitely one of them that I had planned for a long time. So I just hopefully, if people do catch on, just hopefully as long as they enjoy it, because they're going to be in for quite a ride. So I say that for much. And that's basically it. That's it for now. And I'll catch you all later. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for that one guy who decided to tune in. I got more to come. There's more wrestlers to be showcased, and I'm out of here for now.